Oh, thank you for that welcome. It's as a Scottish person, it's really uncomfortable for me when people read out my bio. And I was like, oh, Frances won't do that. She just knows me. But it is useful. Hello, welcome people that have never met me before, especially. And for that reason, it is important that we have a little bit of context. I love the fact that you introduced the Order of St. Hildegard as well. And I have to say that when I trained as a minister, I trained so that I could come and do worship things with communities such as this one, right? I really thought I was going to be a minister for people who were marginalized and the queer community. But then Spirit taught me that people are people. People are people. And dogs are dogs. And they're barking right now. So let me close my door and I'll be right back. Animal companions, very important. Tonight, I want to share a thing that Frances has been part of in person, which is an evening informal worship service that I do called Birdsong Vespers. But before we get there, I really want to do a land acknowledgement. I like to open sacred space with a land acknowledgement. Right, so this is the land where I live. It's the Green Mountains of Vermont, and this is Abenaki land. So I invite you to join me. I know that you're all on mute, but if you want to sing this land acknowledgement with me and my dogs, that's the ones that you can hear barking in the background right now, you're welcome to. So this is by my friend Lawrence. Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this land. And again, humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this land. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this land. Humbly and with gratitude, remembering the ancient ones who walk this land. Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this land. I love the fact that Lawrence talks about the ancient ones who walk. They're still walking this land. I love that. So much of the spirituality that I draw on, that feeds me, that I sing about, is the wisdom of the earth. And I'm very drawn to Hildegard for that reason. I'm not an expert on Hildegard. I know that many of you probably are not experts either. But that doesn't mean that we can't pray and celebrate and receive the nourishment from these ancient spiritual masters such as Hildegard. Hey, little word, which is, I agree with the grumpy mystic of our time, Caroline Myss. Don't know if you've come across her. She's a wonderful teacher, but is the most grumpy person ever. Anyway, I agree with her when she says we need holy language. She says also that religions need to die off, and I agree with that too. But we need to keep the mystical tradition, and we need to keep the holy language. And one of the reasons we need to keep the holy language is so that we can have something to say in the face of the mystery. Rumi said this: "Birdsong brings relief to my longing. I am just as ecstatic as they are, but with nothing to say. I am just as ecstatic as the birds, but I have nothing to say." This is Rumi saying that. Please, universal soul, practice some song or something through me. Hildegard, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, gives us loads of inspiration, loads of art and song and things that we can use for our hearts to reach out to the invisible. It's really difficult to connect with the sacred when we don't believe in a being in the sky, right? When we don't believe in this off-planet being God, it can make it very difficult for us to be authentic in our prayers. And so one of the things I love to do is to find chants that are inclusive, or I hope they are inclusive, and place them on my lips with people as a way of creating sacred space. Let's find one of these. This is a song that I found on YouTube. And you'll probably realize these are the words of Rumi. But I chose them because I think that's one of the things that Hildegard offers us is a field where we can go and meet and honor the sacred and receive healing. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing. Oh, I just need to check that I am on original sound. Yeah, I'm on it. It's okay. Get back to the song now. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I studied with a sound shaman, wise woman, whose name escapes me right now. Oh, Jill Peirce, and her husband is Rupert Sheldrake, and he wrote a book with Matthew Fox on angels, and there's a lot of Hildegard's teaching. This is the most interesting and boring book you could ever read. It's about the quantum physics of angels, and I thought, oh, Matthew Fox knows about Hildegard von Bingen, and Rupert Sheldrake's a wise man. I thought, I've listened to it many times and I still don't understand it. But one of the things they talk about is energetic fields. And I think Hildegard's art and prayer does still create a sacred monastery for us now. And one of the things I would be amiss to share today is Hildegard's chants. But I don't know any of them. I've been learning them for years and they're just too difficult. So I wrote to a lovely random stranger called Norma Gentili, who has this wonderful collection of songs that she's a soprano and she studied music and she got into Hildegard von Bingen, and I think it pretty much blew her spiritual chakras open. And now she's a channeler of sacred wisdom as well as somebody who gives concerts of Hildegard's music. So I wrote to her this morning and said, please, can I share one of your recordings of Hildegard with this lovely community? Because I really feel like we need to have a little piece of Hildegard in here. So enjoy. This is Norma singing one of Hildegard's songs, and I've got the translation up for you. please Google Norma Gentili and find that original. Norma sent out a reflection this morning about the eclipse and related the super full moon eclipse to that particular song, saying that it's about stepping away from judgment and finding a deep, restful space that overflows with compassion. And I thought that was such a beautiful way of describing the effect that listening to Hildegard has, that it fills us with compassion, and that we need that in these times, in these times. I'm sorry that wasn't the best audio experience for you all, but I really wanted to bring in Hildegard just a little bit. All right, I'm going to carry on, but if you're like, oh, I want to say this thing, there's this song or this thing that you said, Simon, it reminds me of one of my favorite prayers or poems, please do interrupt. Birdsong Vespers usually happens outside under some trees, and it's a wonderful thing to take worship and take it out of a building because there's no rules and people know it. All right. I was going to say a few things about Hildegard. I want to say that I think it's amazing and very rad that it took the Catholic Church 900 years to make Hildegard a saint. Her feast day, as many of you will know, was yesterday. And I hope that through our celebration of her that she can be our sacred guide this evening. And I would also like to welcome people who are of a different spiritual path than Hildegard. And also, hey, we're looking back 900 years ago. We're looking back with, was she Druid? Was she Christian? Well, she was clearly very Christian. But her faith is not easy to put in a box for us today. Yeah, so whatever your faith tradition is or is not, you're welcome. I speak multiple spiritual languages, and I often talk about my God as non-binary or queer, but clearly that's very human and very animal-like, and I want us to include the sacred mystery. So, yeah, that's me, but I think it's more important that we sing together than that we understand each other right now. So I thought I would jump into one of the holy language songs that I find so useful. It's written by a friend of mine called Hannah Lee. I'm going to sing it and then give you the chance to sing part of it back. But here's the whole song. Our wisdom awakens, our memory returns. Within these open hearts, a sacred fire burns. And the way is simple, the way is clear, the way is humble, the way is here. May the fountain within my being be ever flowing, pure, life-giving to all. And may the fragrance blossoming from my soul be softening, enlightening the hearts of all. May the world I weave with the breath I breathe bring beauty, bring beauty. And may the steps I walk on this sacred earth be in peace, be in peace. I'll sing a line and then you can sing it with me when I repeat it. Our wisdom awakens, our wisdom awakens, our memory returns. Our memory returns within these open hearts, within these open hearts. A sacred fire burns, a sacred fire burns. And the way is simple, and the way is simple. The way is clear, the way is clear. The way is humble, the way is humble. The way is here, the way is here. Look that one up. The Way is Simple by Hannah Lee. Hey, Hildegard has a lot to say about singing and the importance of singing. Let me find some of her words. Sing, she says. The song of rejoicing softens hard hearts. It makes tears of godly sorrow flow from them. Singing summons the Holy Spirit. Happy praises offered in simplicity and love lead the faithful to complete harmony without discord. Don't stop singing. Sing. The song of rejoicing softens hard hearts. I'd often also say the songs of lament open hard hearts. We're going to sing about this in a second, but here's a little modern piece of wisdom by John O'Donoghue. Music seems to be able to awaken our presence to its eternal depth. It's surprising, actually, how a piece of music can stir us so deeply. And sometimes when you enter into a piece of music, it often awakens feeling in you that you'd either neglected or forgotten, or weren't aware of at all. Music is somehow a force that can go deeper than our daily identity and open up another kind of world within us. Pythagoras, the Greek mystic from so long ago, said the highest goal of music is to connect one's soul to our divine nature and is not entertainment. The highest goal of music is to connect our soul to our divine nature. Hildegard says, there is the music of heaven in all things. All of creation is a song of praise to God. One more quote from Hildegard. Every element has a sound, an original sound from the order of God. All those sounds unite like the harmony from harps and zithers. So I bring this up very deliberately. Well, one, because I want to share these pieces of Hildegard that I love so much. But two, when she pissed off the Pope, I think it was, or maybe it was some bishop, she pissed off some guy. And to get their own back on Hildegard and her community, they banned them from singing for a year. That was the worst punishment they could think of. And I just want to say that singing as a force of co-creation and a way of joining in the seasons and this living earth is extremely powerful. And it works also if you put the earbuds in and listen. It does work. But when we place the words, especially holy words, on our tongue and we sing them, it's a powerful spell. It's a powerful invocation that I think I would be a much smaller, much more messed up person if I hadn't picked up the guitar at age 14 to write songs. Any other singer-songwriters or poets in the house that can testify to the healing power of creative expression, but especially music? Some of the mystics say that this whole world is based by sound, and Genesis says that God sung the world. They, them, God, by the way, sung God into this world. This world was sung into being. So let's sing about that. And remember, if you have little words of inspiration or amens or things that you want to say, put your hand up in the chat and I'll try and spot for it and we'll unmute you. More voices, the merrier. But for now, let's sing Created by Sound. Oh, I've got so many songs. We're not going to be able to sing them all. Oh, wish we'd done this for like 3 hours or something. We are created by sound. That's a bit low even for me. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whale. Singing with the honeybees. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. I know I got that wrong. Let's try it again. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe, singing with the trees, singing with the song of the universe, singing with the bees, singing with the honeybees. One more time. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe, singing with the trees, singing with the song of the universe, singing with the whale, singing with the honeybees. Another one about the power of music to open us. Oh, actually, this one is also about my friend Alexa. I find her chants really, really helpful. Help me open my heart so I can hold all that I need to hold. Help me open my heart so I can hold all that I need to hold. Help me open my heart so I can feel all that I need to feel. Help me open my heart so I can feel all that I need to feel. Help me open my heart so I can know all that I need to know. Help me open my heart so I can know all that I need to know. Help me open my heart so I can heal all that I need to heal. Help me open my heart so I can heal all that I need to heal. Please help me open my heart so I can heal all that I need to heal. Before I let these lyrics go, I want to say I listened to a podcast with Robin Wall Kimmerer, the writer and Potawatomi member, amazing woman, scientist, and she was talking about overwhelm with the environment, but we could talk about this with Israel and Palestine or Lebanon or the election. It could be anything. We have human-made, God-sized problems in our world. And she was talking about it in terms of the environment. And her student, Robin Wall Kimmerer's student, said, but the thing is, given how dangerous these times are, what I do matters. And our work of opening our hearts so that we can heal matters tremendously in this time. One of my teachers, David, says any work, sacred work, that is big enough for your life will not be completed in this one lifetime. I'm going to jump back because Bloom was asking for the land acknowledgement. I don't know if you can get a screenshot of that. It's by Lawrence Cole, who's a lovely man that he's an old man now. He lives in Port Townsend, and he writes a lot of earth-based spiritual songs. He's a wonderful person. I used to live in Port Townsend, Washington, and when I was there, I met all sorts of sacred songwriters, including Lawrence. So he's a wealth of wisdom, wonderful person. Hey, does anybody want to share anything that's popping up as Cecil is posting in the chat? Does anybody want to unmute and add wisdom or blessing to this gathering celebrating Hildegard? All right, Stella, I'm going to read out your words. Hildegard, 1098 to 1179, and Clare of Assisi used their gifts of healing for their communities. Absolutely, absolutely. Just wondering if Hildegard may have had any influence on the life and healing ministry of Clare of Assisi, who was born a little bit later, 1194 to 1253. And even if world's countries, Germany to Italy apart, both women of wisdom and light, sacred wisdom, transcending time and place. Now, I know that Stella adores Clare of Assisi, but so do I. And I really believe that Hildegard, whether her personally or her influence, I mean, Germany and Italy are right next to each other. And I've always thought that she had a big influence on Francis and Clare, for sure. Oh, Delmar says that the kids are loving the music. Well, I'm going to shut up then, sing another song. Here's one in Latin, because Hildegard would have sang in Latin a lot. It's a round, a good one to learn, maybe not so good for Zoom. I'll just sing the parts, and you can imagine the canon happening around it. Da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem. Oh, I don't know why I'm so little. Let me make that bigger. Hey, I have to share this one with you because I love the concept of viriditas. So Hildegard, as you'll probably know, invented this word for this way of being the greening force of life. Viriditas is the word that she invented. This, but she also said that Christ is the green man, and as a Celtic person and somebody steeped in Celtic Christianity, loves this. I love this because there's this way of being, this Christ consciousness that isn't, I don't believe, just in people. People are not the center of this cosmos. A little bit of Matthew Fox there, but I agree with them. Like, we have to, it's all wrong. You know, any minute now, aliens are going to land on the planet and we're going to work out we're really not the center of the universe. Something like that. Anyway, this greening force of life, that if we tap into that, we can access a healing and a prayer and a resilience that our ego needs, right? We all know this, that when we are full of grief, we go to the forest and we sit under an old grandmother maple. Or when we don't know what to choose in our life because we're overwhelmed, because we can't see the future, we go up to the mountain and we look down to help us have a bit of perspective. There's this way, or ask any surfer. I'm not a surfer, but you know, anything around water changes us. This greening force of life really is a prayer and an energy, and it's very, very important that we tap into it. Stella writes, trusting the greening could save our planet. Absolutely, absolutely. It's it always amazes me when people don't speak to Gaia or the rivers, or like, why are you not invoking the sacred presence of this powerful earth when you're doing your environmental work? But I think many people are. They might not be saying it publicly, but many people are. So I'm going to sing a song about that rising green that I just love. My soul rises deep in the roots of yon oak. The sap doth run in my veins. Endless my soul as the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. Where the stars, where the stars, where the stars forever have lain. My hands hold the weaving of time without end. My sight as deep as the sea. Great is the sound echoes deep in my heart, that of love's eternity. That of love, that of love, that of love's eternity. And I feel the tides as they answer the moon, rushing on far distant sands. Oh, wondrous my feet settle deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day. For my soul rises deep in the roots of yon oak. The sap doth run in my veins. Endless my soul rides the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. Where the stars, where the stars, where the stars forever have lain. Oh, Francis's comment's interesting. Maybe we can't hear each other, but the greening can hear us all together. Absolutely. One time I had I get these little mystical, playful ideas in my head, which I tend to call those fairy magic, like gnomes and pixies, like fairies. When it's playful and silly like that. And one time I was looking through the archive of my videos, and I found this video of me leading a herb tour. I used to live on the island of Iona, and this was maybe 10 years ago. 10 years later, I saw me explaining the different herbs to people. Somebody had taken a video of this. And what was funny is in the interim, I'd married a herbalist, so I know a lot more about herbalism now. And I got to see, in a flash of a second, the perspective of what it was like from the garden to have me give this pretty elementary and incorrect tour that was full of joy. The one thing that the garden really noticed was my heart and the bubbling and the joy that I was bringing into the garden. And the intellectual me all these years later knew that a lot of what I was teaching about the plants was really not accurate. And I think about that. I think about that way of seeing the heart quality of, like when I think about connecting with a tree, they don't really care about your words at all. They don't. And so I think you might be right there, Francis. I love that. Right, I'm going to give another call for poems or prayers, and it's okay if you don't want to share it. So most of you didn't know that you were going to be asked, so it's completely fine if I'm the one that's prattling on. But while you're thinking about that, I've got another sing along for us. This is a good one. Really like this one. To my bones, take this fire. Fan your flame in me. To my bones, take this earth. Grow your roots in me. To my bones, take this water. Rain down on me. To my bones, take this air. Blow your wind through me. to my bones. Take the Spirit, teach me to walk in peace. To my bones, take this fire, fan your flame in me. In the modern Christian tradition, nuns and monks sing the Magnificat every day at Vespers. And I like to think that maybe Hildegard did too. So I'm gonna, this one's for Hildegard. I don't know if you're here. I hope you are. This one's for you. And of course it's my modern setting, so it's not at all the traditional. My soul shall praise and magnify you, Lord. Yes, I have come. Yes, I will come. I hear your voice is calling out my name. Into my life you shall be born. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. And my soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. The proud cannot hear beyond their words, their thoughts enclosed, so stale and old. And the rich cannot receive what they don't own, this emptiness, the spaciousness. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. And my soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. Spread out the feast, let those in hunger come. Your face be shown, your love made known. The humble hear your voice, with you they sing. Magnificat, Magnificat. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. My soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. Reach out to touch the world that is to come. Magnificat, 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 Magnificat. I think there must be something powerful happening here because my dogs are clawing at the door trying to get in. So as you're soaking that up, let me let my dogs back in. Sorry about that little break there. I'm reading your lovely comments. Yeah, thank you for your words. Um, we are drawing to a close. Is there anybody that would like um, to say anything or to share what's on their heart or an inspiration around Hildegard or this work of singing holy language as a way of connecting with the great mystery and how important that is, because it's something that we typically don't do anymore. We've professionalized music and we don't really go to church. Um, but I suppose, great. Somebody wants to speak. Cindy, please share. Mm. It really is, right? But it's the funny thing about music is that we don't get to see our own light. We're not meant to see our own light. Thank God we don't see our own light. But we don't realize how powerful it is. But then you witness somebody else. So thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Cindy. And may you bless other people with your music too. But we need to make opportunities for people to do that. So thank you, Francis, for giving me the opportunity to jump into your ready-made, spiritually diverse, earth-cherishing community. So what a joy to be invited here.